Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Um, we're going to talk to Ginger today. I think I've read for you before. I think you've seen me or whatever. But anyway, don't forget, this is not an exact science. So sometimes you got to think outside that box a little bit. And I love that video you sent. And that's what I hear. I hear that woof, woof, as she's waddling up here. And she's kind of waddling, kind of doing the old dog waddle. Okay, so she's she's a sweetheart. I love my fur babies. I know exactly how you feel. And she comes up and she puts her cold nose on my right leg. May not make any difference, could be either one. Right above the knee. She sticks her cold nose right there. You will feel that. And it might be very slight. It should feel cold and wet like her nose, but it could feel warm and goosebumpy and tingly and maybe even prickly. I never know how somebody else is going to feel the energy. We all feel it different. We all, accept it different. But okay. So she's taking her nose and she's pushing it. She's pushing it on my leg and pushing it right above my right knee over to the side. She's pushing and pushing like, hey, I'm here. Hey, you should feel that little bit of push once in a while. Make sure when you feel any of whatever she shows that you tell her you love her, tell her you know that's her. Ask her to hang around. You've heard a dog outside do, her woof is different. She had a different sound to her. We all know our dogs when they bark, and we all know when they bark, whether they're doing something stupid or they're pissed off and there's something bad out there. You've heard protective barking. It sounded like her and you ran to the window, or you will hear it. We don't just have these ears too. We also have telepathic ears up here. You might hear her up here sometimes. She's also going to take her nose and push on your head. Push. So I would assume you'd be laying down. Doesn't have to be. It's not like they have to stand on the floor. She's showing that she has walked by you and kind of her hair brushed your legs as she went by, and you felt that. And you thought it was your imagination, and you will feel it again. So she's trying to let you know that she's still around. Now, I've never asked a dog before if they've had there's a hellacious bumblebee at my door. Anything that happens to me during a reading is something for you, and that bumblebee came right to my door and he was right around on the glass. So did she maybe get stung on the nose by a big bee one time, or she liked it? My dog used to like to eat them. When the apples would drop and there'd be all those bees on the ground, and she'd go out there and try to eat the bees. So bumblebee or some kind of bee has, anyway. I've never asked a dog before if they have reincarnated or anything, but I asked her if she'd been in past lives with you, and she said yes. So that's a new one for me. She's showing me, now I'm asking her about her coming back, and she's showing me a little puppy that's about the same color and the same type of hair as she was. but I don't know for sure if she's showing me when you got her, or if she's showing me that you're going to get another one like her. And it's her. It's her, and somebody's giving it to you. But I honestly, and I won't make things fit. I won't make things up. I honestly don't know if this is before and somebody gave her to you when she was a puppy, or if this is, I hear both. Somebody's going to give you another one that's going to be similar to her. Never heard of animals reincarnating, but I've never asked. Don't know why. Should ask my friend who does this, who does some of this. I almost feel like she is going to. Okay, she's showing herself, must be younger, standing on her back legs in the kitchen, like waiting for a treat. But she's actually kind of dancing on her back legs. And then she puts her paws up on the counter, and then she's looking up there like, "What you got for me, Mom? What you got? What you got?" Which of course most dogs do. Okay, she's showing herself sitting by an elderly lady that feels like a grandma. And I always say feels like because the lady next door can feel more like a grandma to you than your real grandma, blood grandma, who lives across the country. The lady was older when she left, but she doesn't show herself as being real sickly when she left. Like she's still pretty healthy, but older. And Ginger is sitting right next to her, but Ginger's looking younger. Ginger's looking more like a collie in this one, but like younger, like slimmer, like her hair is all slicked, not all fat and fuzzy, like not like a little butterball. But she's sitting there next to this lady, like at attention, her ears up as much as they can be, and she's waiting. She looks very healthy, very happy, is the way she's coming across. But she's ready to spring forward. She's like ready to jump, but not like she's going to jump and pounce on something, like she's going to jump and come back. This is kind of cool. She says it will be in an unexpected way. That's okay. She looks very happy, very healthy, very perky, very, very not sick anymore. She says, "Oh, you want to cry?" Because I love my fur babies. She wants you to know that every decision that you made was done with love, and she knows that. It was done from your heart. So she wasn't always happy being home alone. Oh, did she used to tear stuff up when she was younger? When you would leave? Okay, she's showing a bone, kind of a big bone. It doesn't have to, I don't want to sound too vague. It doesn't have to be an actual bone. It doesn't look like a toy. It looks like a bone, that you're going to find like under the couch or underneath something or hidden somewhere or something where you think you have all of her stuff picked up, but you're still going to find something that was hers Like maybe when you move a couch or something. She's not showing me exactly, but that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. And when you see it, you're just going to break down bawling. Know that she knows that it's there. Know that she knows that, or maybe it just happened. Maybe that just happened. She's validating it. You know, she had a special rug, something special she laid on the floor. She's showing that, and this is the way it usually works. It's usually in your peripheral vision, out of the corner of your eye, that you thought you saw her laying there, curled up on whatever the thing is that she used to lay on. She's showing like a rug by the door or something. And then when you turned and looked, she wasn't there. And you cried. Know that she was there. She's validating that. Like a lot of people will see somebody walk through their house, and you turn your head and you don't see. And it even happens to me, and I see them. But so know that you did see her. Sometimes you hear her toenails. Sometimes you hear her toenails prancing around, tick, tick, ticking on the floor, especially in the bathroom. She's showing, I don't know if this is what she used to do or if this is going to happen, but like the bathroom door isn't shut all the way, and she sticks her nose in there and pushes it open because she's got to come on in. You know how they do that. She's got to come on in, and then you hear the tick, 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 the toenails. And when you get out of the tub, you realize the door's open. Like I said, I don't know if this is she's showing a memory for her or something that's coming, or both. It could be both. Know that she's in your home. She is definitely spending time in your home. And now she showed me a picture back sitting with this lady again. And this lady she's dressed casual, but she's kind of very prim and proper. Not prim and proper, that's pushing it too far. Anyway, I hope you realize who this is. She's very clean, crisp. Nah, that's even pushing it too far. Not quite all that. Okay, so all of a sudden my nose starts running and starts running. So she must have had a wet, runny nose a lot. And she liked to wipe it on you. I still feel like you're going to hear, not just outside like some other dog that you hear that sounds like her. We know the sound of our own dog. But you're going to hear that. You're going to hear her kind of growl. She had a different growl to her too. Her voice is different than a lot of dogs. It's kind of low and raspy like mine. Know that I love you, Mom. I love you. Oof. I love you. Oof. I love you. Oof. You could possibly hear the words I love you. Did she? I had a dog, and I swear on my life, this dog would try to talk. It would try to move its lips and form words. So I don't know if maybe Ginger like used her lips and tried to say I love you. I've heard dogs do that. She says, please don't be sad for me. Talk to me. I promise you she can hear you. 1,000%. She can hear you. She can see you. So go ahead and talk to her. She's right there with you. She loves you unconditionally, which is what our babies do. She says, nothing you did was wrong. Nothing. You're also going to feel the breeze. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Like she's sitting in front of you and her tail's wagging, but she's sitting and it's on the floor, brushing the floor with her tail. But you're going to feel that little breeze. That one might be a little hard one to distinguish. She wants you to forgive yourself. There's nothing to forgive, but she wants you to let go of that. Forgive yourself. She says unconditional love. We had unconditional love and still do. She says there's nothing you did wrong. You loved me. I couldn't have asked for any more. I hear sergeant. I don't know if she stood there like a sergeant or guarded the place like a sergeant. I don't know where the word sergeant is coming from. Okay, my dear. So make sure you validate her when you get all these little things. When you're in super deep grief, it's harder to get signs, and I don't understand that myself because that's when we really need them. But it's when the grief, when you let it relax and it subsides just a little bit, that when we really start feeling and seeing the signs. So make sure you validate her. That kind of helps bring it in a little more. And I hear, I love you, kind of like, I don't know, I love you. So you may hear that, you may hear it up here. I don't know for sure. I want to thank you for this opportunity because I've never experienced this, and I would have never thought to do this or ask these questions. So it's pretty cool. It was really cool for me. And I know when one of my dogs died, who was absolutely terrified of storms and used to crawl up on the bed and lay across my head. So every time it stormed, I would get up and go to the window and bawl because I knew she was scared because she was buried in the backyard. I know how that feels. And then my husband would go, she's okay, she's okay. Okay, yeah, you'll have to let me know if when this other little present arrives and how it arrives. And I'll forget, so you'll have to remind me of this because I can't remember all these readings. There's too many. Much love to you, my dear. Know that she loves you unconditionally because that's what they do. Okay. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Much love to you.